Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Mistress of Philosophy. A shout out to Srajana who designed my wonderful new logo that you saw at the beginning of this video. You know, in these times of COVID, I never thought I'll become a recording artist, but that's what is happening. So I'm teaching myself how to direct myself, how to place the camera, how to use a lapel mic. I now have a mic so I can stand back from the video. But also I will also work out things about how to create a background, how to put in text. But give me some time. It's a learning experience. Just like you're going to take time to learn philosophy, it's going to take me some time to learn how to do recording online or even arrange myself in a proper way. As you can see, the angle of the camera has improved. A shout out to my friend Naveen who actually pointed out how to keep the camera at the eye level. Thank you for all those feedbacks. Keep coming back with questions and discussions, and these sessions will get more interesting. Now, I wanted to point out to you also that our videos will be available on barefootphilosophers.org. There are other interesting people on the team whose videos will also be posted on that site. So if you're only interested in philosophy videos, I ask you to check out barefootphilosophers.org, which is a website for all things philosophy. So without further ado, let's go into the description of Misadventures in Philosophy, Part 2, The Adventures of Vicharavarna and Samshayamitra. It was late night and the couple were as usual sleeping, and at around 1:30, Vitanda walked into the bedroom and shook his mother awake. "Ma," he said, as if he was whispering, but you know when children whisper they actually end up shouting more than necessary. "There is a ghost outside. There's a ghost outside the house on the road." Vicharavarna was very upset. Her husband had actually shown her son some ghost films. Of course they were very childish ghost films, but still the young child had picked up the idea of ghosts from the movies. So he was actually seeing ghosts where there were none. And this was not a typical Indian ghost film. It was not even a foreign ghost. So the ghost did all kinds of crazy things. So he was suddenly seeing ghosts everywhere. So Vichara said, "Vitanda, there's no ghosts. It must be just the shadows or some moving things. Just go and sleep. Or if you're very afraid, I'll come with you and check it out." "Ma, you come and see. It's actually moving. It's moving again and again." So when Vicharavarna went to the window, she saw that Vitanda's window overlooked the street next to a street lamp, and actually they couldn't see because of a big tree, but on the opposite wall there was a long shadow which had fallen on the road and was very clearly visible. Vichara said, "Somebody must have put up a long pillar for one of those posters, you know. They keep doing that overnight, and somebody's house must be having a wedding, or there must be some politicians visiting. So there will be that post there. So it is actually a post." "No, Ma, I saw it moving," he said. "I saw the shadow moving. Therefore, it is actually a ghost." By then, Samshayamitra, who couldn't keep quiet when all this excitement was happening, actually got off the bed, wore his glasses, and came and said, "What post? What shadow? What ghost?" And Vicharavarna pointed out to a long shadow fallen across the street. It was a very long shadow. It was quite stout. It might have been a pillar or a post, but also it did feel funny because the shadow seemed to be moving. They couldn't actually see under the lamp because of a huge tree which was blocking their view, but they could clearly see the shadow of something. "What is it? What is it? Is it a ghost?" "No, it's a post," said Vicharavarna. "It could be a ghost, you know," said Samshayamitra, laughing at Vitanda's terror. "Ma, how do you get rid of ghosts? My friend says if you turn 3 times around your own feet and then spit in the left side, the ghost will go away." "Rubbish," said Vichara. "What kind of things are you learning in that school from yours? And what kind of friends do you have? There are no such thing as ghosts." As she was saying this, she glanced out of the window and actually saw the shadow move. For a moment, her heart stopped and she thought, maybe it's a ghost and not a post. And as they looked past, old Uncle Narayanan walked across the street, put a key in the lock, and opened the door to his house. Now, this was a story because old Uncle Narayanan had come back very late from airport, and he decided to travel a little late at night so that there won't be crowds on the street and he would be safe. And he was supposed to quarantine himself because he had come all the way from Delhi, but he couldn't find his key in his pocket, so he was standing under the lamppost using the street light to actually search for the correct key. And when he found it, he walked across the street and opened his door. "Ha ha 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 ha," said Samshay Mitra. "It's not a post or a ghost, it's just my dost," he said. And Vicharavarna said, "Shut up, you and your jokes." Vitanda started laughing, and Vicharavarna said, "Sometimes we let our mind play tricks on us. What is real can never be unreal, and what is unreal can never be real." Do you get it? So that was the story of the post, ghost, and dost. The story of the post and the ghost was told to me by Swami Chinmayananda. The originals, and also I know that Professor Hiriyanna in his book on Indian Systems of Philosophy also uses this example of post and the ghost to actually expand the example of the Advaita Vedanta's snake and the rope. The snake and the rope is another example of illusion that is not only an interesting metaphor where we misapprehend the reality, but we also have this example become very, very important in proving that the world of reality around us is a matrix and it's not real. And so the idea of seeing a snake in a rope and running away from it is a kind of a subtle reminder to us that things, when we see them, may not be as they are in reality. And reason or thinking is required to examine them. How many of us get fooled by all the WhatsApp videos? We are also capable of thinking that the post is a ghost, or a dost is a post, or a dost is a ghost. So think about the number of times you've been fooled perceptually, and I'll come back with a postscript and explain what Advaita Vedanta has to say about this illusion. Till then, another short video done today. Have a great week and watch out for more news from me, more misadventures and stories coming your way.